Welcome back everybody, and welcome to another video of Formula 123 My Career, as we are starting our final lap of qualifying here in Spa. My first lap has got me in P19, and I just want to improve and get into Q2. However, what I do know is that it's going to rain for this race, and I'm not good in the rain. I'm just not. I am terrible. But as you can see, we are coming to the end of Q1 because we are slower by about a second on our original lap, and we were P19 and we end up P19. P19 is where we're going to start tomorrow's sprint race here in Spa. As of right now, the rivalry breakdown, I am tied with Esteban Ocon, which is fantastic. Bright and sunny here in Spa. I was not thinking. I skipped straight to the starting grid, and to the starting grid we shall go. Carlos Sainz and Max Verstappen, your first two. Carlos Sainz looking to make a difference in the championship, whereas Max Verstappen is just looking to run away with it. Leclerc and Perez, Russell and Hamilton, they share a row. Norris and Alonso. Then we've got Gasly and Ocon, who share a row, the last row of the top 10, Piastri and Bottas, Lance Stroll and Hulkenberg, Guan Yu Zhou and Yuki Tsunoda, Alexander Albon and Magnussen, myself, De Vries, Sargent, and Jamie Chadwick. That is your starting grid for the sprint race here in Spa. Can't really say too much about my teammate there, Jamie, because honestly, I'm not doing too hot, and she's doing a lot better than I am. I don't know what happened here as of late. My car is just not what it was when we started. It's really not. At one point, I was thinking about upping the AI level to 100% because I race at 95%. And now I'm thinking maybe I should lower it. But in all reality, my car is the worst one on the grid. So like maybe I'm still about where I need to be. As we get started for this race, 5 lights are red, 5 lights are gone, and away we go. Carlos Sainz looks like he's got a great takeoff off the pole as we go and see how well I am doing as I cut right up the inside. I've said it before, I'll say it again, the best diver in Formula 1 racing. As I go from P19 to P16, make that P17 as Nico Hulkenberg makes a pass there for me right there, and then the long straight. I'm hoping to get something back. We shall see, as it is someone was behind me about to pass me. Leclerc making a move on Alonso, but Alonso's just not having it as he goes around the outside and cuts him off right before this turn here. And here we go. It was Yuki Tsunoda that's behind me as I try to go up the inside. I was about to say the middle. The inside on Nico Hulkenberg, but that does not work at all. Not for me, not today. As we just lose it there. They all run away. But there goes Nico Hulkenberg side by side with Valtteri Bottas. Who's going to win that battle? Who's going to be my next victim? And Nico Hulkenberg does make the pass into P15. Valtteri Bottas, P16. Here I am in 17th, just doing my best to hold on the best I can, because I know Kevin Magnussen's behind me and he wants that pass as he's looking up the inside. I go a little wide, and there it is. Opens wide for him just to get past me right there. Make a little touch there, but yeah, it's whatever. But coming up to the end of lap 1, just to see how everything's going, as Sainz still in first, and Verstappen and Perez, P2, P3, Hamilton, Alonso, Leclerc, Norris, Russell, Piastri, and Ocon. Still your top 10. Alpine's Gasly has lost about 2 spots, as everything is going the way it is. My car is now screaming at me about how slow it is, as I just try to stay side by side with Yuki Tsunoda right here to stay in front of him, trying to keep my 1 spot gained on him. We were able to save it there, but not here on lap number 3 as I lose the back end. The only reason I feel like I'm even in this race anymore is because Yuki Tsunoda did give me that little love tap to keep my car straight. Here comes Logan Sargent, the other American driver on the grid, as you know, he's also going to show me why my car really needs help, and I just haven't figured out why I'm still struggling in the back of the pack. And it's probably got a lot to do with the fact that I have not upgraded any of my facilities other than I think my engine department, which my engine department hasn't done anything good for me. Trying to get my spot back from Logan Sargent. I have the DRS and the ERS as we try to go up the inside. Will it work? It make a little wheel touch. I turned just a little bit. It did not work there, but side by side, and we are through. Oh no, wait, maybe we're not through. Maybe I shouldn't get excited just yet. It looks like we're through now. It definitely looks like we're through now. Here on lap 4, only about a lap and a half left to go as Logan Sargent says, excuse me, I'm definitely faster than you on the straights. Let me have this back. And there's nothing I can do. There's literally nothing I can do. As I try to make the dive up the inside, can I hold on to it without touching his car this time? And I can do that. Not only that, I get the DRS. So I'm going to try to use that to get away from him, starting the final lap of the sprint race. Going down into turn number 1 as we skip ahead just a little bit to the end of the race as we see Max Verstappen all by his lonesome going through the chicane. And across the finish line, Max Verstappen will start P1 in the race tomorrow, followed by Perez, Sainz, and Hamilton. As Max Verstappen's going really slow. I don't know if he's celebrating or if he's just out of gas. That's kind of funny to me. Leclerc, Alonso, Russell, Norris, Ocon, and Piastri finish out your top 10. Gasly, Stroll, Albon, Guan Yu Zhou, Hulkenberg, Bottas, Magnussen all through. Here comes Yuki Tsunoda as he goes through the start-finish line to finish this sprint race. He will start P18, and here I come through P19. Exactly where I started is exactly where I will finish this sprint race and where I will start the race tomorrow. Welcome back, everybody, to the finale of this Formula 1 weekend here in Spa. As you can see behind us is a monsoon. The rain is coming down sideways and now straight down. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, the track is wet. The racers are wet. This 4.3 mile 19 turn track is going to be wet. It's going to be wet. Which means there's a possibility for a lot to happen. There's also a possibility for nothing to happen. As we look at your starting grid for today's race, you have Max Verstappen and Sergio Perez on the front row. Max Verstappen, like I said before, trying to run away with this championship lead, as Perez is also trying to close the gap. Sainz, Hamilton, Leclerc, Russell, Norris, Ocon all the way up in P8. Oscar Piastri, P9, Gasly in P10. There must have been a penalty somewhere. Lance Stroll, Albon, Guan Yu Zhou, Hulkenberg, Bottas, Alonso, Magnussen, Tsunoda, me, and Sargent share a row. De Vries and Jamie Chadwick in last place, as she has been every time we've started a race so far, except for the first one where she got out into like P20, I believe. She started in the top 20. Heavy rainfall. At least it looks heavy. If I'm not mistaken, everybody is on intermediates. We're going to look at myself real quick, as we're just disappointed in we're also going to look at myself again real quick, as we are still very disappointed in the way the car has been. But here we are, the start of the Grand Prix. 5 red lights across the board. And they're off. And away we go down into turn 1. I get a little bit of a decent start as I get past Yuki Tsunoda, looking to get past Kevin Magnussen. And yes, it might be raining. Yes, we might be on intermediates, but I'm still the best diver in Formula 123, even though that really didn't do a whole bunch for me. But starting P19, around the first turn, I am now P15 as we go up the whatever this is, and I hit Alonso. Was not ready for the slide that the rain was going to give me, and I just knocked Alonso completely out of the way, keeping P16 as Valtteri Bottas makes a pass on me. Coming down into the chicane after the straightaway, someone is on the inside. I'm going to try to give them space on the outside. However, I can't make a lot of promises because me and rain just do not mix, as I am completely off the track here into the grass around this turn. I don't know what turn this is, but I cannot hold my car. We should note that I also don't have half of my front wing, as Yuki Tsunoda makes his pass. We're now down to P17, trying to hold back the Williams of Logan Sargent. Going around this famous turn of mine, I'm usually pretty good at, but like I said, I have no wing, and I just got hit by Kevin Magnussen, who spins me all the way around. And what is this? What is this nonsense? You're going to tell me that I am stuck right here on the edge of the road? I can't go nowhere. I've got 8 seconds to get out of this. Ridiculous. It doesn't look like I'm going to get out of this, and that is my race here in Spa. That is my race. And you know what makes me even angrier? The AI finally gets out right there. If they would have just given me maybe 4 more seconds, I could have continued this race. Not sure it would have done anything for me, but unfortunately, people of YouTube, this is your race here in Spa. We're going to go and figure out who wins the race, who's on podium, who's your top 3. And it is an Alpine driver. An Alpine driver has won your race here in Spa. 2023 Cringy Universe Alpine has come across the line. Esteban Ocon, of all people, has figured out how to win this race. Coming from all the way back in P8 to first place, it's not unheard of from the likes of Lewis Hamilton or Max Verstappen, but somebody like Esteban Ocon in an Alpine. Codemasters EA, if you are listening, this is why we need full race watching ability after we have been disqualified, because the fact that Valtteri Bottas came in second place, Esteban Ocon comes in first place, that would have been a race to watch. EA Codemasters, if you ever see this video, please take into the account that being able to watch this finish would have been a lot better than me disqualified and then just skipping to the end. I'm saying Esteban Ocon is your Belgium winner, with Valtteri Bottas in second and Max Verstappen in third place. Just absolutely ridiculous. Sergio Perez in fourth, Yuki Tsunoda in fifth. Holy Jesus. Lando Norris, Charles Leclerc, Zhou Guan Yu in the top 10. That's double points for the Alfa Romeo boys. Lewis Hamilton all the way down in P9. Kevin Magnussen makes the top 10. Ridiculous. Carlos Sainz, P11. Alexander, we don't need to know everybody underneath the top 10. We've got our points. That's a flippin' crazy, dude. Crazy. As we take a look now at our driver standings, Max Verstappen in first place with only a 24-point lead over Sergio Perez. Lewis Hamilton in third, Leclerc in fourth. Then we have Russell, Sainz and Alonso, Norris, Ocon, Bottas, Yuki Tsunoda, Hulkenberg, Magnussen, and Stroll. Verstappen is definitely losing his lead. I'm still shocked at the way the race ended. I'm at a loss of words still. But let's look at our constructor standings, as Red Bull still on top by 131 points over Mercedes. Ferrari, Aston Martin, McLaren, Alpine in 6th, taking the place of Haas in 7th. Alfa Romeo still in 8th. AlphaTauri 28th. Them two were tied at 1 point, and I was 10 points behind. And now Alfa Romeo is up to 40. AlphaTauri is down to 28, or up to 28. I'm 20 points behind AlphaTauri, and I think 32, I want to say. I could be very wrong. My math off the top of my head is not good. Cringy Racing in P10. Williams Racing still in last place. Well, guys, if you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button if you can't wait for the next video to come out. And until then, goodbye.